Hello, 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 everyone. Let's see who's going to join us tonight. Hopefully, we can get a few of you here. And let me see what I got going on here. If I can find it. Because why, of course, why would Facebook want to cooperate? Are you getting anybody? Okay, there. I think I found it. There we are. We are officially live. All right. Thank you for sharing. I'm going to send it over here to the groups real quick. And the VIPs. Okay. I think now we should be found. Hey there, Lori. So glad to see you join. All righty. Turn that volume down. Okay, now I can. All right. All right. I think we're good. Oh, hey, Sue. So glad to see you. All right. So today I have we're focusing on gift card holders. I don't know about all of you, but this year is going to be a big gift card year for me. My great niece and my great nephews are now entering the early teenage and pre-teenage years, and they're getting harder to buy for. So now I think, and I have one nephew who's going to be 16 next year, so he's already begun saving for his new truck or used truck, but he's saving up his money because he wants to buy a truck. So, hey, Barb. Hey, Sue. So glad you could make it. Okay. So, anyway, so gift cards are a big thing. Hey, Deb. So, I've got 3 gift card holders for you. We're featuring 3 different sets because that was the other thing I noticed. We're running out of Sundays to do our Facebook Lives. The 18th falls on a Sunday. That happens to be my wedding anniversary, so I will not be live that week. And then the following week is Christmas. And I know nobody wants to come hang out with me on Christmas night. The next one will be New Year's Day. I will come live on New Year's Day. If anybody wants to join me, I don't do anything New Year's Day. My husband's working the whole New Year weekend, their eve and day. So it'll just be me and Tucker hanging out. So I have no problem coming on to hang out and start sharing some new stuff with you at that point. But I'll leave that up to you if you want to come hang out with me or not. But the 18th and the 25th, obviously, I won't be live for Christmas Day. And I'm not going to come out on my anniversary either because 29 years we've been together. Well, married. We've been together a lot longer than that. But actually, living under the same roof and married, 29 years. So it's a big one. Not quite 30 yet, but we'll get there. So anyway, so featuring 3 different sets because again, we're running out of Sundays to share all of the holiday product. The other thing I did want to do is do our little housekeeping stuff. So again, as you know, Paper Pumpkin, we are in the December ordering period. Today is the 4th. So you have until the 10th to get in on the Good Things Come in Small Packages. And speaking of gift card holders, this is a gift card holding kit. You're going to be able to do 16 actually gift card holders, 2 each of 8 different designs. So that's going to be a lot of fun. Again, especially if you have a lot of gift cards to give out. Why aren't there's my comments. Thank you, Lori. Thank you, Sue. So anyways, you'll also get a garden green ink spot. And again, a great kit, perfect timing for those gift cards. Because I don't know about you, but I'm doing a lot of gift cards this year. For the gifts that I will be giving away, I am doing the Christmas gifting kit. I did get that. That's also got a little gift card holder in there. But the rest are tags. And I'm seeing some really cute cards done with the positives that get popped out of these little pieces. Like you hit the deer, the star, and the tree. So I think I'm going to case a few of those ideas because they were really cute. The birthday card kit is not in stock yet, but they do tell us that they do expect to get more of those in. So keep your eye out on the kit collection page in my online store. Fitting florets remain available. The little, what do they call these? Gold adhesive back swirls did sell out. So those are no longer available. I probably should show. Let me so you can see what I've got going on here. Okay. So these here are gone. Can't get the swirls anymore, but the paper is still available as well as the bonus stamp set. These will go away in January or when the supply is exhausted. The bundle will be in the new catalog. And anybody who has shopped with me over the last 1 year, you do have a catalog in the mail to you coming from Stampin' Up. So over the next couple of weeks, you should start seeing those catalogs arrive in your mailbox. Hey, Arlene, so glad to see you. Hey, Nance. So there's that. Also, we are at the end of our current mini catalog. And with that is our last chance sale. And they've also restocked our clearance rack. When they restocked the clearance rack, I want to say, oh my goodness, what day was it? Let me see. It was a few days ago, last week, December 1st, actually. Let me share my screen here. Let's see. I want to bring up the clearance rack. When they first refreshed this clearance rack, we had 7 pages of clearance rack. 7 whole pages on this. And we are now down to, I think it's 4 pages are left. So here is everything on page 1. And there's some amazing things like these dies here. Look at the price on these dies. If you want the apple blossoms to go with the apple die or apple stamp set in the holiday mini, this is the time to grab them because they did take those. Those were a limited time. They brought them back for the clearance rack. So right now they are available. Same thing with the Playful Piggies. Those are in the big catalog. But you can get the dies right now on the clearance rack. They're only $12.40. I mean, really crazy cheap. Beautiful designer series paper, all kinds of embellishments. Look at the embellishments that are on here that are really discounted. I mean, they are up to 60% off. Here's that beautiful Valentine paper from last year that's now available on clearance. Let's go to the second page. Like I said, the clearance rack has really been depleted down to 4 pages from 7. And it's decreasing every single day. So if there's anything you're seeing on here that you want, I absolutely recommend getting there. Here's the different designer series papers in all of the color collections. This is last year's patterns. Again, the patterns are still gorgeous. The colors are beautiful. They're here. The hydrangea mercury paper, acetate, $4.50. I mean, holy cow. Again, embellishments of all kinds. The little acorn trinkets. You could make those into earrings if you're a jewelry maker. Oh my God. Here's one of my most favorite 3D embossing folders. This is the Evergreen Forest. It is $4. $4 for this gorgeous embossing folder. So, like I said, look at this alphabet set. This alphabet was $34. That's now $20.40. These are the perfect size for scrapbooking as well as card making. They're about 1 inch high, like perfect size. I actually was so bummed out when they retired them. The Tasteful Labels dies. Those are awesome dies to have on hand. They're great shapes for doing like sentiments and stuff. And here's the final page. Again, cardstock, more embossing folders. Here's another one of my favorites. This is the Tasteful Textile that I loved so much. Gilded gems. Those are awesome. Again, just so many. I love the sprig punch. That is a great filler when you're making cards and your designs. The tailored tag punch, another awesome one. So anyway, just wanted to make sure that you had that. So that you could see it. Okay. Anyway, my spiel is over. Now we're going to get to creating what you're all here for. So I have 3 different cards, 3 different stamp sets, all gift card holders. So here's one, and this has got the Regal Reindeer bundle, and that has an insert. And on the back, we have a little pocket that holds our gift card. I've just got my Quilters Club charter member card in there, is to just show how that fits in there. And we got a little pull, and that slides in like so. Then we have here our warm wishes, our little seal of approval. He's so cute. And he also has a little insert. See the little seal there? And then on the back, just used a glue dot to hold. It's an old credit card that is no longer valid. But there's that. And then this one here, this features our all bundled up stamp set. We use the little raccoon on that one, and that one opens up like so, and then again has a little pocket for an old gift card there. It says Merry Christmas. It's feeling a lot like Christmas. So, hey, Miss Betty, so glad you could make it. I hope that means you're feeling better. You hit the clearance rack a little, Sue. Good for you. I did see your order come through, so thank you. Thank you, Miss Betty. I appreciate you sharing. Okay, so first card up is going to be our Regal Reindeer. I kept him as simple as we could keep him without getting too crazy. So, and I did write down measurements this time, so I won't be fumbling over measurements on you guys this evening. So we start off with a 6 by 9 1/4 Mossy Meadow card base. And we're going to score this at 2 1/2 and 6 3/4. I'm going to bring in my cutting board here. So again, we're going to go at, well, we got to open up our arm though too. Let me open this up. You want that open. So we're going to start at 2 1/2. So 2 1/2 is right there. And then 6 3/4, which is right there. And then we're just going to turn it, and we're going to score at a 1/2 inch. I'm going to use the right side of my board. Let's close that up. And we're going to go to a 1/2 inch. And that starts our card base. Now, before I go and start burnishing everything, I'm going to grab my paper snips. And down here on the 1/2 inch side, I'm going to remove these rectangles here that are on the ends, on each end. So to do that, just this side, I'm going to add an angle cut there. And I'm going to remove. And then on this side, we're going to do the same thing, make a little angle cut. and get rid of all that. So now that goes in the garbage. Okay. Next, we're going to go ahead and we're going to burnish on our fold lines. So I'm going to fold this piece up. Fold that in. Like so. Okay. But before I get too crazy, we're going to take our designer series paper. And this is the painted Christmas designer series paper. And this measures 4 by 5 1/4. And where did I put my, there it is. Seal Plus. We're going to go ahead center that on the front like so. Then you have two options. You can use some circle dies. You can use like your smaller one to do that. I just have my 1-inch circle punch that I'm going to use. But again, you use whatever you have. And you just want to make a notch. That's just going to make things easier for removing your insert. Okay, now that you've done that, we're going to grab our adhesive. I'm using sticky tape here. Tear and tape is official name here. Oh, me too, Sue. And I'll tell you, the sales are phenomenal. And then you have your last chance list stuff too. Some of that stuff is on sale. It's, oof. And then just on the inside of this panel here, we're going to add another piece of this adhesive tear and tape. Like that. All right. I like to use my bone folder to burnish that tear and tape down to make sure it's nice and adhered before I pull all that out. But what really blew my mind was that clearance rack. When I saw what they put on there and the prices they put on them, I was like, what? Okay. So now I'm going to pull off the adhesive off that, or the backing off that right there, and lay down this panel. And now I have this one that has more tear and tape. We're going to remove that, and that's going to come down just like so. So now we have our card base. Okay. Next, I have a piece of Mossy Meadow, and I have a die cut. I used the deckled edge rectangles. I cut 2 of them using the second largest. One's for the front, one's for the little insert here. And for my insert, all we did was we stamped our sentiment, which is wishing you a wonderful season filled with all the good things that warm your heart and lift your spirit. And we're using soft suede to do that. Actually, did I use? Yes, I did. So we're just going to ink that up in the soft suede. Pull. Set that aside for a moment. And we're going to go ahead and add our adhesive. And we're just going to center that on our panel of mossy meadow. And this mossy meadow is 4 by 5.25. Okay. And then we have the second largest of the deckled edge rectangles. Next, I'm going to bring in just a little bit of this here threaded twine. We just need a little piece that we can loop like so. And I have my trusty little Stampin' stapler here. That is no longer available. That is a retired item, but I still have mine and use it quite often. But any stapler will do. You don't need this one. And we're just going to put a staple in there to hold that twine down. Hey, Kay, so glad you could make it. Oh, thanks, Nance. Okay, so now that just slips into our little card base there. And like I said, you're going to add, oh, actually, let's do that before we put that in there. I do have another piece of mossy meadow that is 2 inches by 5. And that is going to go, I probably should have done this before I put my twine on there, but that's just going to sit on there like so. And all I did for that is I did use my tear and tape. I run it along the bottom edge. And we're just making a pocket, a really simple pocket. If you wanted to make this a little more elaborate, feel free to like round your corners. I mean, you could get definitely a little more fancy with this, I suppose you could say. But like I said, I kept it really simple because I'm going to need a lot of gift card holders. So if I was only making 1 or 2, I probably would go the extra step and round the corners to make the pocket a little fancier, maybe line it with some designer paper to dress it up a little bit more. You certainly can do that. You would just cut a little extra of your designer paper to put on the front of this. And even add a design if you want to die cut, a punch, whatever makes you happy. But for me, we're keeping it super, super duper simple. So let's just, and again, that would just slip in. This is my old credit card that I use for re-inking my ink pads, but you can see that just slips in there like so. And we're just going to slide that into our card base. And then we bring back our other deckled edged rectangle. And I'm going to grab Oh, you know what? I think I put them back into, I did. We need our trees. And, oh, this will work. We've got our trees, and I'm going to use my Mossy Meadow. And I've learned both Mossy Meadow ink pads need to be re-inked, but I was too busy. So we're just going to roll with it. And then this is just going to stamp onto our deckled edge rectangle, just like so. There's our tree. Then I have a scrap of basic white. We can actually go ahead. Did I did. Where did I put? There they are. We need dimensionals. Oh, absolutely. Here, I'll even let you take a screenshot. Let's see if you can screenshot. So the gift card holder is 6 by 9 1/4. You're going to score it 2.5 and 6 3/4. Then you're going to turn and score it at 1/2 inch. Then your designer series paper and your inside piece of cardstock, which I'm using Mossy Meadow, is 4 inches by 5 1/4. And the little strip of cardstock in the back to make the pocket is 2 inches by 5 inches. And then I used the second largest deckled edge rectangle for both pieces of basic white. So if you'd like to take a screenshot of those measurements, feel free. Oh, thanks, Miss Betty. I got my hair done on Wednesday. I was so excited. I washed that gray right out. Unfortunately, the style won't look like this for very much longer because I'm going to have to wash my hair and it's all over. I can't get it to do like the stylist does. She does such a nice job, and my biggest problem is I don't have patience. I'm just going to get it done. I got things to do, places to go, and things to see, and you know all the stuff. So anyway, I'm enjoying it while it lasts. I did remember to make sure I made an appointment before I left this time because it took me, I tried to get this appointment back in like, I don't know, it was like September, and she couldn't get me in until now because she's so busy. I mean, everybody is trying to get in. So I made sure I did not leave without my appointment this time. So I'm good to go. I did make it a little bit late because around this country, you have to worry about snowstorms and such. So I did make it for end of March. So hopefully I won't have to contend with a storm and have to cancel. Well, thank you, Miss Lori. I do appreciate that, Sherry. Oh, no, Nance. Can you snap a screenshot from your phone and then blow it up? Okay, there we go. So we're using soft suede to do our little reindeer. Actually, he's not very little. He's kind of a big reindeer. And again, I wanted to keep this simple because I plan on making several of these. So I didn't want to get into too much crazy coloring. I wanted to keep it real. Keep it real. That's it. I'm just keeping it real. So I got my blender pen and I grabbed, I don't need that pen anymore, Puppy Parade. we have Poppy Parade. And all I'm doing is his little blanket or whatever's over his back and his, oh my gosh, my brain just went on shutdown. The little thing around his face. I know the name of it when my brain works, but I think it's done for the day. So just taking that Poppy Parade and doing his little blanket. You are very fortunate, Betty, and she does a fabulous job too. Your hair always looks amazing. Harness. Thank you, Miss Sue. Like I said, after a certain point, the old brain just is done. Okay, so there's his harness. He's all done. Let me get a piece of that. Scribble that out. Cover that up. Cover that up. Oop, maybe. There we are. Get this out of the way. And then we have the coordinating dies. I love this die set. This is one of those sets that you really love because it has the die that actually cuts him out, as well as, I mean, you can do the trees. There's also one, this tree gives you like little pop-up texture pieces. There's, let me show you the stamp set. We have the little girl in her winter outfit. There's a die to cut her out. You can cut out both reindeers. Look at the little bunny. And sure enough, there is a little bunny to cut out. And then there's lots of extras to cut. There's a scarf. You could put a scarf on your little girl. You could put a scarf on your bunny. Or how about the little fox? There's no fox here, but you could do a fox silhouette. You could do snow, little mounds of snow, different layers. So again, and then look at this here, elk. Isn't he, well, I guess he's supposed to be a reindeer too, but he kind of reminds me of an elk in this. But again, he would be a silhouette piece because there's not a stamp that he coordinates with. But again, a really awesome set for sure. There's packages, stars, ornaments. A really cool one. Anyway, and I believe this is going to carry over into the next catalog from what I'm understanding. So anyway, let me get this lined up. I have my little post-it note here. Well, it's not little. I had to break into my big post-it notes. Can't find my little ones. They're probably falling under my desk somewhere. Lord knows. All right. And my scrap here is a little too big to go into my baby boss. So we're just going to run over to the big boss and run this through quick. All right, so there's our sweet little reindeer. Oh, jury duty. Interfering with your hair. That should be reason enough to be excluded from jury duty. Just saying. If you have a female judge, you might be able to call that as a reason. The guys, they don't get it. right, so we're just going to throw 3 dimensionals here on our reindeer. And we're just going to add him to the front of our card here. I'll put him right there. Then I have these adhesive backed seasonal sequins. These are on the retirement list. I've got the gold ones. And my take your pick tool. We're going to take a little one and put it there. A big one for that. Oop. Took some hair. Oop. And another small one for right there. So that is card number 1. So again, one more time, if you want to take a screenshot of those measurements, that is the measurements for this gift card holder. So, and again, we easily just pull that out, have your gift card in the back, lots of room to write your who's to with love. And there you go. All right. So put these gold sequins back in their home. All right, we're going to set that aside. And next one we're going to do, okay, let's get the regal reindeer out of the way because we're done with that. Now we're going to do our little seal, and that stamp set is the seal of approval, and that you'll find in our holiday mini. And this one is going to retire. This one's got for a terrific grandson, for a wonderful granddaughter. You've got my seal of approval, warm wishes, hope your Christmas makes a big splash, and here together or miles apart, you're always there in my heart. Love the little tree. It reminds me of the little Charlie Brown tree. And then you have the little seal and then the big seal. You've got this little design here, and then like little ripples in the water. And it is red rubber. And again, going to be leaving us. And then you just open it up, and then you have your little insert here. And I just use glue dots to put the gift card on that. Okay. So let me bring in, and this designer paper, this is the new paper that came out with the fitting florets. Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you, Miss Betty. I'm glad you like the reindeer. Miss Betty likes the reindeer. I do too. Okay. So for this one, this gift card holder, we have a designer paper that measures 5 1/4 by 12. I have a piece of Night of Navy that is 5 1/2 by 4 1/4. I have a piece of Night of Navy that is, oh my goodness, what was this? 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. This? Wait, I don't think I trimmed this down yet. This has got to be 4 3/4. Yeah. By 3 1/2. And then that's going to give you a really thin border with this. This is the second largest deckled edge rectangle. And then I have a scrap of basic white for doing our stamping and die cutting. All right. to designer paper. This we're going to score at 4 inches and 8 inches. So I'm going to bring my board back. I'm going to open that up because again, this is 5 1/4 by 12, and we're going to score at 4 inches. And you want to be careful you don't cut into your paper. And then 8 inches. Next, we're going to go ahead and close this up. And then all you're going to do is you're going to cut an angle. And it really doesn't matter which side you do. That's what's, if you have a preference as to where you want your pocket, if you do it one way, it's going to end up coming this way. If you do it this way, it's going to go that way. So I'm going to go ahead. You're going to put the point and then the score line right there. And then don't move it once you get it in place. There, I think we're good. I think let's do it this way. And now you can just save that for another project. Set this aside. And now we're going to fold on our score line. Okay. Yeah, this time I did it on the opposite side, but it's not a big deal. Like I said, I don't have a preference, but if you do, you want to make sure you have the right side that you're cutting. So now I'm just going to use a little bit of liquid glue because I want to make sure this is just a little bit, I don't want to thick. I just want to make sure I get into that corner there. Now just make sure you hold that down. But like I said, makes no difference. All right, so that's good. Now we can bring in that 5 1/4 by 4. So it's a 1/4 sheet of cardstock. And that's what I messed up. I did not trim this down. This is supposed to be 5 1/4. It'll be all right. There we go. I gave you the correct measurement, but I didn't trim it down to the correct measurement. There we go. So that just lays on there like so. All right. So now we're just going to go ahead, add some glue. Get that centered up. I didn't fold very good here. There we go. All right, that's better. I got a little high there, but that's all right. All right, so next we have these two pieces. So these are going to layer, but we're going to stamp on here first. So I have my little seal and I have my balmy blue. And you're going to notice that this little, well, both seals are actually I forget the name of that stamp now, but you have the ink adheres to the stamp in different shades. So you have lighter and darker areas right on the stamp. So we're just going to set our little baby seal here like so. Distinctive. That's the word I was looking for. Distinctive. It's a distinctive stamp. Okay, so there's that. Close that. All right, so now, where did I put? There it is, way over here. Layer that onto our native navy. Let's get that. And like I said, that just sits inside our card, and you would use a glue dot to put your gift card onto the back of that. All right. Next, we're going to grab our scrap here, and we're going to bring in our balmy blue, and we have our big seal. And again, we're just going to ink him up, and you'll see with the distinctive stamp, he takes on ink in different shades all on one ink application. And we're going to go ahead and stamp him like so. Then I'm going to flip that around, and we're going to bring in our native navy ink. And I have, actually, you know what, we'll do it this way. Warm Wishes. Oh. Yeah, let's do it this way. There's our Warm Wishes. Clean. Okay. Then I'm going to bring in my Stylish Shapes dies. I have the number 2 circle die. Or no, you know what? I used the largest one, and I did forget to stamp. Haha, his water. We need his water. Where did I do with that? There it is. All right, so we need that balmy blue back. And we did use the number 1. We used the largest one to cut him out. All right. Ink that up. And then I just put that little divot right about there. Well, thank you, Miss Sue. I appreciate that. Okay. That out of the way. Okay, so again, gonna cut our little seal out of the circle. And then I used this banner here to cut out our warm wishes. So gotta go over to the Big Boss and cut these out quick. So we're gonna get our seal and warm wishes. That'll get thrown in the scrap pile. And we have our pieces here. Put our dies back so we don't lose them. The seals are so cute. I do agree with you, Sue. All right. Then we need to bring back our dimensionals. And we're going to add, let's do 4. So, who else is doing lots of gift cards this year rather than try to guess what everybody's wishes are? All right. And then we're just going to do 1 dimensional here, and then we're going to add a little bit of adhesive on that end. And that's going to be our warm wishes. And that finishes off our seal. No, it doesn't. I forgot one thing. We're using these sequins again. And I'm using the white ones. So for these, we're going to grab a larger one, a small one, and another small one for up there. Now it's officially done. You too, Sue? Yeah. Definitely way easier, I think, than trying to figure out what everybody wants. They can go pick it out themselves. You know they're going to be happy with what they get. And if they're really lucky and they get a bunch of them, they can really probably pick out something they really would like. No gifts this year for anyone, Sherry? Well, I'm sure everybody will understand. All right, so there's our little seal. Okay, next up is, where did I put it here? Ah, here it is. This is our all bundled up. Bound. This is all bundled up. This is another one that is going to retire. This is on our last chance list. And if memory serves, I think the seal of approval was actually discounted. I don't think this one is, but I think that one was. Don't swear me to it, but let me look real quick. Hang with me here for just a minute. I just want to go look real quick. I thought I saw. Yeah, that one's retiring, but where is... I want to say the seal of approval was down to like $9. I'm just looking real quick here. Yes. $9.60 for the seal of approval stamp set. So if that one is on your wish list, go grab it for $9.60. I've never seen a stamp set discounted like that. So just saying. All right. So this is our all bundled up. This one is still $23, even though it's on the retirement list. But I chose to use the little raccoon in this set, but they're all adorable. We got a bunny, we got the little bird, and I love Mr. Moose here, but this one fit on my card. And for this one, I have, oops, here's my measurements. So our card base is 4¼ by 11. It's scored at 2 inches, and then we're going to flip it and score it at 3½, and I will show you that. I have basic white 4 inches by 5¼ DSP is 4 inches by 3¼ and 4 inches by 1¾ So again, I will hold this up if you want to grab a screenshot of these measurements, because this is going to make another really good gift card holder. So come flying out of there. Let's start with making our score lines. So we're going to bring in our paper trimmer here, and we're going to slide all those up. We're going to start at, oh, actually I did it already. Oh, who knew? Well, we're scoring it at 2 inches. Then I'm flipped it over and we're going to score it at 3 inches. Okay. And something, 3½ inches, not 3 inches, 3½. I was gonna say that's not right. So 2 inches, 3½ inches. Okay. So we can go ahead, fold on those score lines. So this is the 3½ inch. This is the 2 inch. Okay. Then I have a piece of basic white. This measures 5¼ by 4. And that's going to set right in the center here like so. But before we do that, we're going to do some stamping, because as you see, we've got some snowflakes and we have Merry Christmas. Now that Merry Christmas, I took that from an extra stamp set. I pulled in the Framed and Festive set. This is that bonus set with the framed florets. I just used this little Merry Christmas here. So we're bringing in our polished pink. I love this polished pink, and I know it's probably not, everybody's go-to Christmas color, but I think it's kind of a cool color to incorporate into your Christmas cards. So again, just going to grab some of this polished pink ink, and I'm going to go here in the corner. Oop, I kind of moved my hand there, but we'll go with it. And then just keep stamping until you're done. I just did it 3 times without re-inking, so I have 3 different shades. My goodness. Of pink. All right. Then we're going to pull in our Merry Christmas. Okay, there we go. Make sure I have it going the right way. I don't have my stickers on it, so Trying to be careful. And Merry Christmas. All right. Then this gets adhered to the inside of our card. Being National Cookie Day, who baked cookies today? I did not. You grabbed the seals. Good going there, Sue. All right. Next, I'm gonna use. Where is? Not you? Yeah. I'm not a big baker. I'm gonna be honest. My mom always made sure my husband had his Christmas cookies. And now, without her, there's not a lot of Christmas cookies floating around anymore. But even when she did it, I'd end up having to freeze them because, you can only eat so many cookies. And my husband wants just like a taste and then he's done. And to me, I'm not wasting my time for him to just take a taste and then have them sit in the freezer for a year. And then you end up having to throw them out anyway. So. Where did I do with my little... There it is. Oh, good to know I'm not the only one. It's not that I'm trying to be Scrooge or anything. It's like I said, it's not my favorite thing to do. I don't mind baking a pie now and again. But that's about the extent of it. Okay, so that folds up and you just put your tape in there. So that makes your little pocket for your gift card. So that goes in like so. All right. Then I have designer paper. The first one here is 4 inches by 1 3/4. So we're going to go ahead, and this is from the Celebrate Everything paper. Loved this paper. And it does. It has paper for every occasion imaginable. So there's that. Then we have the 4 inches by 3 1/4. That's going to layer on there like so. Well, thank you, Kay. Okay. So now I have die cut a piece of basic white with the scallop and contour dies here. I used this one here. This would be the 1, 2. It's a number 3 die. And we have this here shape. Okay. So now I'm going to bring in my little raccoon. And I'm using my Memento ink pad because we're going to do some blends coloring. Isn't he cute? All right, so we're gonna get our little raccoon on here like so. So there he is. Clean him off while he dries for just a minute. And the colors I picked out, polished pink. I have smoky slate, light and dark. And then I also have gray granite, light and dark. So I did what normally would be your black on your raccoon, I did in smoky slate. And what would be the gray, I did in gray granite. And then, of course, his hat and his scarf I did in polished pink. So let's do his black parts here, which are right around here, like this little V here. Again, I'm just using the dark of the smoky slate. Give him his little mask. And again, this set is really, really cute. And I'm going to do his rings on his tail. Okay. Now we can do his gray, which is, I do have the light. And I will go in with the dark and do some shading. But first we're going to just get him colored in. Get his cute little face. Try not to get too close to the edge because it does tend to bleed just a little bit. So if you just let it bleed itself to the edge, you're in good shape. Get those little two there. Okay. Then we'll take a little bit of the dark. Just there. Okay, so we're done with all the gray. Now we're going to do his pink, which is his hat and his little scarf. So we're going to start with our light and add that. And then now the scarf. Oh, have a good night there, Sue. Yeah, we're almost done. And I apologize if this is running a little bit later than I had anticipated. All right. We're getting to the end here. All right. There's the scarf. Just going to add a little bit of color there. All right. So there's our adorable little raccoon. He's all colored in. Now we're going to take some dimensionals. We're going to add 1, 2, and we'll do 3. I'm going to put that on just like so. Then I have this little scrap of basic white. This is about a 1/2 inch wide. Length obviously doesn't matter much as long as it's long enough to accommodate our, it's feeling a lot like Christmas stamp. And we're using, again, polished pink. Ink that up. All right. Close up the ink pad. Yep. All right. And then find our snips here. And all I'm going to do is just take a little snip off the end there at an angle. Going to add on the dimensional to the one end. Oops. Add a little bit of adhesive across the middle. And run that right across like that. And there you have it. Whoop. There's gift card holder number 3. Well, again, forgetting one finishing touch. We have some rhinestones here. So I'm going to put one of the bigger ones right there on that little snowflake. And then we're going to take a small one there and a medium there. Now it's officially complete. Nope. And this will fit in a standard envelope. So, oh, thank you, Kay. So there's number 3. Here's number 2. And here is the first one we did. So again, all 3 make great gift card holders. Because again, if you're anything like me, gift cards are a huge hit for Christmas. Because again, especially when the kids start hitting that teenage years, they are really hard to buy for. Oh, you're absolutely welcome, Barb. I'm so glad. It is my pleasure to give you inspiration. Thank you, Miss Betty. I appreciate that. And it is adorable, a stamp set. I have to agree with you. You're very welcome, Miss Sherry. I appreciate that. You're so welcome, Kay. And of course, you can always come back to the video and grab screenshots of those measurements. Hopefully, those were helpful. I'll try to remember to do that more often because Lord knows I need help with the measurements because I forget half the time what I've designed. You're so welcome, ladies. All right. Thank you so much for hanging out. I appreciate it very much. I hope you have a fabulous rest of your evening this evening and an even better week ahead. We're coming up on a whole brand new week. So hopefully everything goes smoothly and wonderfully. And I'll see you back next Sunday. And again, the 18th, we will be taking that off as well as Christmas. So we'll have 2 weeks off. And then we'll come back on New Year's Day. Like I said, anybody who wants to join in, if you don't have any big plans for New Year's Day, feel free to come hang out. I'll be showing some new product. I've started getting my pre-order stuff in. So getting some new stuff here. It's hard to believe. Holy. And we'll be having celebration again next month. So yeah, it's all coming pretty quickly. So have a great night, guys. I will see you next week. Have a blessed week. Bye for now.